Right, back again with this Dragan style portrait effect. We're going to do it destructive this time. We're going to go to the image adjustments up here. We're going to use a bit of history brush just to get into the groove. We're working with the history brush on here. But first of all, let's go into the image adjustment and go straight to levels, and it'll bring up this panel here. Let's just move it out of the way, and I'm going to just drag up the shadow side, so just to boost up those shadows. I'll click OK. You can see there we're just using one layer at the moment. I'm using the history brush, so I've got the history brush clipped on there. I can actually just then paint in the eyes and bring the history brush back, and that's going to lighten up those eyes again. That's the original colour of the eyes were before we put that adjustment over the top. I'm going to go to image adjust and go to hue saturation this time, and this brings up this panel, and I'm taking the saturation down a bit, clicking OK. Again with the history brush, it's already in that original area, and I'm going to just bring back in with a few quick clicks, bringing that colour of the eyes again. Back into the image adjustment panel again. Go to curves. Brings up this nice big panel. We're going to put a lazy S curve in this. So in the RGB mode, I'll just click in the middle, click above it and pull up with the mouse to go up. That's going to blow your highlights a bit, and then just at the bottom there, drag it down again, and that's going to increase your shadows. Again, we can go back in, the history brush is on there. If I just click in again, that's going to bring back the detail from our original background file. So just using the history brush just to keep those eyes in a quite good fettle. Good word, fettle. And I want to now, having done that, have a look at the dodge and burn tool. We're going to give it the midtones. I'm going at 50%, and again just work on those eyes. We've kept that detail in the eyes using the history brush, and now we've used the dodge tool just to bring in some real brightness and make them nice and shiny, and also lighten them up. This time I'm going to copy the background layer because I want to go into filter and go to other and go to high pass. High pass, this we're going to use this to sharpen. If you go between 3.5 and 4.5, and I'm going to have this in hard light or overlay, so we'll click hard light. You can have hard light, overlay or soft light. You can see that crunches up all the detail, get nice sharpness. You can take the opacity up and down and do it to taste. Yes, so we're getting a nice crunchy looking image. Let's just reduce that. And I'm going to go to the burn tool now and work on the shadow detail. 30%, working with the shadows. And just work around those eyes. You want to just work with this, just work on that shadow detail. Really bringing it up, just painting in. It's very exciting watching somebody painting in Photoshop, or just working on the shadows. Work as much as you want to in here. Keep the opacity quite low so you build up over each brush stroke, and just working that shadow detail. Looking good. I'm going to put back in again this time, image adjust, hue saturation again, just take some of that saturation out of the skin. So it's giving that bleached out look. And we've got the history brush again. This time I don't want to go back into that one there. I'm going to choose the history brush. I just want to bring back the detail from the history state before, which was the merge visible, and before I affected the hue saturation, and just bring that history in from the merge visible history state, and that's brought those eyes back up to blue again. So we're almost done really. Going to image adjustments again. I'm going to call up a black and white. Let's just move this out of the way slightly, and just works out on the blue. Those are the eyes, bringing the eyes up quite nicely because it's blue. And you can see there we can go into edit fade the black and white now, and if we just drag the slider down, I'm just in normal blend mode, you can play around in that. It'll work on the saturation. It looks like a desaturated image. We've really just worked on one background layer on this and been destructive with all our retouching on it, and that's looking quite good. From there onwards, it's entirely up to you. That looks good to me. It's been a really quick method to work destructively with this image to produce a Dragan effect. Thanks for looking again, and until next time, bye for now.